The health minister for Newfoundland and Labrador says visiting American soldiers are not following the province's quarantine measures. CBC News has now confirmed U.S. soldiers have been leaving a hotel in St. John's without self-isolating for 14 days. The U.S., of course, remains the global hotspot with nearly 150,000 COVID-19 deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University. As Mark Quinn reports this morning, it's unclear whether the visiting troops are exempt from the provincial rules.
It all started with a flurry of social media posts overnight, like this one on Facebook saying members of the U.S. military are visiting St. John's and not self-isolating. This video, shot by CBC News at the Delta St. John's, shows U.S. military members clearly are in the city. They declined numerous requests for an interview, saying no comment repeatedly. A spokesperson for the RNC confirmed that a complaint has been filed about the American military personnel for not isolating. Police say officers checked the area that was cited in the report but couldn't locate anyone. The general manager of the Delta Hotel says members of the U.S. military frequently visit St. John's and are valued clients, a significant percent of the hotel's annual business.
About 6%. They represent about 1.8 million a year, about 8,000 room nights.
McKinnon confirms that the military has not been isolating, and it's her understanding that Canadian Border Services has okayed that.
We've become aware that they are not self-isolating in the hotel. They're allowed to be together as a group, but we've become aware that they are leaving the hotel, but that they have been advised that they can.
Speaking at the Health Sciences Centre, the health minister says Newfoundland and Labrador expects members of the U.S. military to self-isolate while passing through this province.
They have been made perfectly clearly aware that the instructions to be given to these military personnel is that they are to get in a bus or in conveyance and go from the FBO to a hotel where they take room service and reverse the process the following day in the morning. My view is that whichever the more stringent requirements are, be it the Federal Quarantine Act, which requires 14 days of isolation as a minimum before you can move on, unless you're transiting, or the provincial one, whichever is the stricter should apply.
So what does the Canadian Border Services Agency have to say? It says it's working on a response to our questions about isolation rules for members of the American military. Mark Quinn, CBC News, St. John's.